Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Please leave a like so this video is recommended to others, and hit that subscribe button so you can keep seeing videos just like this.
Vai, velho, incredibil. Nu, nu! Poate să-l dracu pe mașină.
Aveți grijă că vine!
That dude has no clue.
Bă, hai să luăm noi pe om, că nu putem așa.
He's scared
Cum
him.
dracu, vede? Cu lupul.
Hey man, you need to buy that man a drink. You need to buy him dinner. He actually just saved your life.
This is a cryptid that is seen more and more lately, and it's being called the hot dog cryptid because that's what she looks like. She looks like an Oscar Mayer wiener hot dog. See that?
Can you eat it? A hot dog demon doesn't sound that bad. Sponsored by Oscar Mayer.
Whoa, look, same thing just happened. Same thing just happened to me. That's crazy.
Dude, I swear I just seen this happen in my apartment complex. I just seen this like 2 weeks ago, man.
A terrifying find hidden in these bushes, one that has everyone in this Temecula community on edge.
And it was underneath these branches in a fake bush.
A hidden camera disguised as a plant with a wireless transmitter nearby feeding back images to who knows where.
They have a target. I'm afraid it's children. Why would this device be here?
Nearby security cameras caught the moment this black Toyota Sienna minivan dropped off two men Thursday evening.
COVID masks on, black COVID masks, and white grocery bags in their hands because they're carrying something.
After they saw another neighbor outside, they left and came back 10 minutes later.
They park at the end of the street and walk down the sidewalk to the front of my yard to place a hidden camera.
With neighbors alerting each other, they found the device very quickly, a seemingly elaborate operation. Last week, we told you about a similar situation in Chino Hills, a camera disguised as a rock. But legally, experts say there isn't much that can be done. But this isn't the first hidden camera story that we've done this month out here in the Inland Empire. So those who are victimized are asking you to do your part. Search around in your bushes, your sidewalk, anywhere among your property, as the fear is this is part of a bigger scheme.
First and foremost, I don't think that camera angle was necessary. But I get you trying to make a point. Got it. Listen, I'll tell you what. If I find a hidden camera in my neighborhood or on my property or something like that, I'm turning into a Blairin real quick. Okay, that's a black Karen. I'll be a Blairin. To protect my neighborhood and stuff like that, because that has to be about. What else could that be about? Or abducting like women. What else could that be? Like why are you setting up hidden cameras in the neighborhood? There's no need for that. Private investigator maybe, but no. I feel like a private investigator wouldn't do that. They wouldn't need to.
That seems like they're staking out houses, man. They're probably just trying to figure out everyone's schedule, waiting for you to leave to work. That way they know exactly when your house is completely alone and they can probably rob it. Yo, that boy gone. That's wild. Dude just invented surfing with patio furniture.
I thought that the French protests were unhinged before, but this might be the single most hilarious way of protesting I've ever seen. As we all know, Paris is hosting the Summer Olympics, but a lot of French people aren't very happy about that. Because, and I only found out about this today, the Olympics is kind of a scam when it comes to a country actually making money. Don't get me wrong, it's great for global street cred, but for example, when China hosted it, they made a net loss of 36 6.4 billion, and London made a net loss of 13 billion, and that's all taxpayer money. So when the public heard that France has already spent over 5 billion, and then that Macron wanted to spend another billion just to clean up the Seine River so it looks good for the Olympics, they lost it, and the I shit in the Seine River protest began. On the 23rd of June, the French President Macron and the Paris mayor plan to take a ceremonial swim in the river to show off just how clean it is. So the protesters are now planning a defecation flash mob because, and I quote, after putting us in shit, it's up to them to bathe in our shit. Oh, and if you don't live in Paris, no bloody problem, because someone created this website. You type in how many kilometers you are away from Paris, and using a water flow algorithm, it will tell you precisely the day and the exact time you need to shit into the river to reach Paris at the time Macron will be swimming in it. Oh, I told you, and that is why I say...
You guys are unhinged. I cannot believe they made a whole website with actual calculations on when to poop into the river. That's how you protest right there. Hey, he's just trying to get some shopping done and not catch any diseases. Plug's a little weird, but he's chill, man. Third cat tweaking on God. Why'd the other cat judo kick him for? I'd be making that face too, man. Pooping is ruined for me. Oh, that's a scorpion, dude. It's not even a spider. And some of you are probably watching this as you sit on your toilet.
Nunca viu jacaré? Rio na Bileque.
Jesus, dude.
Pantanal, Mato Grosso do Sul. Município de Corumbá.
Wow. There's so many of them.
Ponte de Jatobá.
Oh, they're on the other side too. Wow. Can anything even exist down there? They've probably ate through the entire ecosystem by now.
She woke up at 1 a.m. to someone trying to break open her door. A woman from the Philippines by the name McKay woke up in the middle of the night to the horrifying sounds of someone screaming at her door, desperately trying to get in. Someone can be heard screaming for help, begging to be let in as they try opening the door. Scared this could be a trap to lure her out, she stood quiet for just a few minutes, causing the strange individual to suddenly leave. The mysterious video quickly went viral, with viewers begging to know more and asking her to open the door. Now, after 2 more nights of this strange late-night visitor knocking at her front door, she decides to open the door and sees this. A woman with black hair can be seen crouched down in an animal-like manner as she quickly closes the door. After calling the authorities, there were no signs of this woman anywhere nearby. Living by the woods in the middle of nowhere, it's important to follow better judgment and prioritize safety, especially when being visited by strangers.
Opens the door and immediately gets scared. Why open the door to begin with? That really does make it more embarrassing. I love that he doesn't even stop singing. It takes some dedication, man. Not everybody should be driving. Some of us just don't have that skill, and we shouldn't be attempting it if we're failing this bad. They shouldn't even bother returning that trailer. No piers, nothing, just a cable bridge. I wonder what happens when it gets really windy. Probably nothing. Oh dude, this one's not a video. I think they finally found the reason why orcas are attacking boats. The report reveals that a combination of free time, curiosity, and natural playfulness has led to young orcas adopting this trend of boat bumping. What started as playful head bumping on boat rudders has escalated as the animals have grown larger. So it's teenager orcas that have too much time on their hands and they're bored and they're messing with boats. They're literally just like us.
So y'all know how we have the waters warming up like insane? Do you think this has anything to do with it? Maybe? In Florida right now, the water is 90 degrees right at Clearwater. It's May. That's crazy. We literally already have them watching 3 storms that could become hurricanes. Here they are, if you notice, where 2 of them are starting. It's because this devastating scenario I showed you guys a few days ago. Quick recap, Hurricane Katrina, now anomaly, mega anomaly. Now besides the anomaly that I've been talking about, I think it's worth looking into the undersea volcanoes because, for instance, Iceland is going freaking crazy now. And here's another shot of that. And so 2 days ago, we just had this anomaly pop up again on Venture Sky. I want you guys to notice this very, very straight line. A straight line signifies something not natural because there are no straight lines in nature. But you can see the wave currents going up into it, and you know what's right here. Funny enough, Venture Sky is actually going to completely remove this model. But why? Also at the same time, we have India's capital hits a record-breaking 126 Fahrenheit in May. Definitely could be a coincidence. But now with all these catastrophic storms going on in the US, it makes you think. Really, really, really makes you think. And what's making these underwater volcanoes go off more than usual, or in general, all these volcanoes? 2024 is a very weird time. Like I said, this year don't go towards the hurricane. If a hurricane's coming, go the opposite way. And if you see 2 hurricanes turn to 1 hurricane, run.
I mean, if it is a volcano in the middle of the ocean, I'd rather it be that than per se like Yellowstone, dude. That one is scary. Oh. Oh, that poor little guy. Oh, man. That's a mean cat, man. That poor little guy. That felt so personal, man. Poor little doggy. Never seen a crocodile try to climb a fence. Maybe he's evolving. They should have let him go. He was on his way back to the river. Drone swarms can now fly autonomously through thick forest. But they can do it quietly. At least you'll know when they're coming.
Watch closely. Did you see it?
No.
Watch again, in slow motion. Along the side of the trail. A figure. Dark. Immobile. And, at the time, completely unnoticed by Jose and his friends.
In every place, there is an urban legend. Here, in particular, there is always talk about La Llorona. A woman with a veil. Legend says, cries for her children. So, that's what we think of, and that's why we felt fear.
And rightfully so.
It has no shape to it. I think it's a tree stump. I have a cousin who swears up and down that he's seen her, but you know how that goes.
So this guy woke up one day to a miracle. His bank had just accidentally given him $10 million. But this miracle would soon turn into a complete nightmare. You see, this guy, Jatinder Singh, had been trying to deposit $100 onto Crypto.com using his wife's bank account. The thing is though, when Crypto.com's system noticed that Jatinder's name and his wife's bank account name were different, they declined his deposit. So they tried to refund his $100. But somehow, a Crypto.com employee accidentally used Jatinder's wife's bank account number as the refund amount, sending him more than $10 million. When Jatinder realized this, he apparently just told his wife that they had won an online contest rather than the truth. Jatinder then told his wife to immediately withdraw all of the money, probably because he didn't want anyone to notice the mistake. And when Crypto.com finally noticed they're missing $10 million 7 months later, Jatinder and his wife had already bought multiple new houses for themselves and had also gifted $1 million to a family member. When Jatinder's wife's bank account suddenly began repeatedly contacting her, demanding their money back, she was apparently confused and panicked, transferring the remainder of her millions to Malaysia and trying to fly there. But she was pretty quickly caught and ended up spending more than 200 days in prison. Jatinder himself was arrested as well, but now more than 2 years later, courts still haven't given him a punishment.
200 days for $10 million? That don't sound too bad. I mean, I don't really blame them if it took them that long to figure out their mistake, you know? I'd be wanting to spend all that money too.
California is experiencing the weirdest problem. They now have so many people driving EVs that guess what's happened? They don't know where to get the gas tax money anymore. Now they're gonna start taxing EV drivers. What?
With more than 30 million registered passenger vehicles in California, the state says it shells out more than $8 billion a year to maintain the roads those cars drive on. But because so many Californians now own electric vehicles, the gas tax money is starting to dry up, which is why Caltrans wants to instead charge drivers per mile and is now enrolling people in a 6-month pilot program to test out the concept.
Pilot program, 6 months. Yeah.
They're like, screw the environment. We need your tax money. It's like, you guys remember back in the day where they were doing carbon offsets? You used to be able to buy carbon offsets. This is like the same thing. It's like, you want to drive more, just pay us more tax money and you can continue to pollute with your vehicle. Amazing. We're just going full circle.
A chicken has officially become a truck driving instructor after a group of truckers welcomed him into their driving school family. Chester the Rooster first started showing up to work at Yuma Truck Driving School in Arizona a few years ago. At the time, he was young and all alone, and the truck drivers gathered that he had been living at the junkyard next door. They instantly had a soft spot for the little guy, so they started leaving food and water out for him. Chester then developed a routine of clocking in for work on time every single morning, and then spending the whole day strolling around and giving out driving tips in the form of clucks. Because he was such a natural at the job and his new trucker family wanted to make sure that he stayed safe, they issued him his own official high-vis safety vest, both to ensure that he was easily spotted and to make him an official part of the team. The driving school's lead instructor Ramirez says that some people may say that he's just a rooster, but he's their rooster and he's a part of the family. He added that everyone at Yuma Truck Driving School cares for him and loves him, and the school is hoping to place Chester stickers on the sides of their trucks sometime soon. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Well, at least now I know why I'm always getting run off the road by truck drivers. This was their instructor. I can't blame the chicken though. They're probably just bad drivers.
Yeah, babe, smile. Smile, babe. Babe, smile. Yeah, babe, smile. Smile, babe. Babe, smile.
That caption is so spot on. I can't believe it. Well guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you're awesome and I appreciate you. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.